You have the unchecked mute from here. Hello.
Is that you? Go to settings. Go. Bottom.
All right, everybody hold on.
Microphone black. Yeah. Testing. What?
Everybody hear me now?
So scratchy.
Hello. Testing 1, 2.
Yeah.
I didn't hear it. So I think we got some audio problems, everybody. So just hold on for a second.
No, go back on there. Click on there.
Testing 1, 2. Testing 1, 2. I'll let you know in the chat if you're hearing me.
Okay. Let's go back. Check.
Hello. Let's try to turn that mic off. Well, I don't know if everybody can hear me or not, but
There you go.
can you hear me now? I can't see the chat, Roger. Can they hear me okay?
They cannot hear. Where we
Oh, they're saying yes. It's choppy, but yes. As an echo.
Okay.
All right, I think if y'all can hear me okay now.
Oh man, this one just froze too. I'm logging back in.
There's echoes.
I guess, okay, let's see. Let's see what we got.
We gonna try it again?
Yeah, we're gonna try this one.
All right, can y'all hear me out there now?
Testing. Can you guys hear this microphone? The battery's in this one.
Sounds okay. Yes, better. Okay.
Something wrong with the system or that mic. So I need, where'd the batteries go?
I don't know. Return it forward. Oh, they're right there. Just grab that one right there.
There's it down here. I know you got him.
I'm going to take that one away.
Can you go ahead and test it out?
Hope y'all got this muted.
Yeah, check. Make sure that everything's muted.
All right, testing. Can y'all hear me now?
Hello.
Can y'all hear me now? We're waiting on y'all to put it in the chat if you can hear me okay, because I think we had a mic that went bad, and we have to do a mic switch.
Oh, it was back.
So turn off anything that.
Here, this is the beast one.
Well, don't turn that one off.
You want to put just the overlay back up?
Put the overlay back up.
Mute me.
Okay.
See it in the chat if you can hear me okay. Testing 1, 2, 3. All right, so if y'all can hear me okay, put it in the chat right now that you can hear me.
Yeah, we're getting really.
All right, 1 minute. Take me off the screen, please.
Okay.
Mute me. All right, everybody. Hopefully, am I back? Y'all let me know in the chat if you can hear me okay. So I don't know what is going on here today. We've had a complete meltdown with our audio. Can everybody hear me?
Echo.
Still echoing. All right, take me off the screen. And I'm going to come in through my cell phone, everybody.
Okay. We hear you.
All right. Can everybody hear me now? Can y'all hear me? Put it in the chat if you can hear me okay. We've had a complete meltdown of our audio here for some reason. So I'm coming to you on my cell phone. And can you turn that down, Roger? All right. So I'm still hearing something from somewhere. Testing. Can y'all hear me okay? And I'm not echoing now?
Yes.
Yeah, all right. So it's better. All right. So we're going to try to get this thing finished up. And sorry y'all missed the whole audio. Thank y'all for your patience. Sometimes things happen and we don't know why it's happening. So we switched mics out. We're still getting the same problem. So anyway, thank y'all for sticking around. But anyway, you kind of missed. We're going to skip all the dates of things that's going on because I tried to give that to y'all and you couldn't hear me. So we're going to go this morning. Y'all probably saw us flash the machine up there. We have Karen Charles from SBP, and she's going to be here. She's going to talk all about the Pfaff Icon, and she's a national educator for them. Y'all see it right there. We've got a great call-in special for this machine today, so give us a call if you're interested in it. We have special financing, and it's just a great machine, and Karen's going to talk to you all about it and get you extremely excited about this. Free shipping nationwide as usual. And if you stick around, we're going to do some giveaways at the end. So let's go ahead and bring Karen Charles to the show. Hey, Karen. All right. I think she's muted too. There
I'm
you
not.
go. We hear you.
Okay. So
How are
you want me
you?
to just take it in? I'm wonderful. Wonderful. Very excited. Sorry you didn't have the get
Oh
off
my
to a
gosh.
good start. Well, I'm here.
We never usually have any kind of problems with, too often. I mean, occasionally something, but man, normally it runs pretty smooth. But today our audio was just completely out. We don't know what's going on with it. And we're going to start trying to troubleshoot that. But so happy you're here. And you and I have never met. And I was at the SBP meeting a while back in Nashville a month ago. And they were talking all about you. And I said, well, I don't know her. I said, but I want to get to know her because y'all make her sound so awesome. And they talked about how great you are at education. And I said, we've got to have her on the show. So thank you so much for coming, Karen.
Well, thank you very much. Maybe one day they'll talk to me about all those great things because I don't hear them usually.
Well, hey, they got great things to say about you. So, hey, we're going to let you take it away and,
right.
Take about 30 minutes or so and tell everybody about this fantastic machine. And then I'll come back and tell them how they can get one.
And you said, how long do I have?
How long do you need?
Oh, well, then don't give me that because I could go on forever, but I'll try and make it short and sweet. All right.
Yeah.
So everybody,
30 minutes. 30
all
minutes
right.
would be great.
Wonderful. All right. We're 20 after.
All right. Take it away,
Hi,
Karen.
everybody. I'm so excited to be here with you. And I have been using Pfaff for a very, very long time. And there's some things that are very, very special about our Pfaff machines. And they have had features on them for 50 years that other machines have just recently got. The other thing that's really extraordinary about Pfaff is that their decorative stitches, they really go to a great extent to make some incredible decorative stitches. So I just have an example here. When we're looking, look at a stitch like this. Look at how big and wide that is. That's a decorative stitch. All right. That's not embroidery. That's a decorative stitch. When you look over here, we have ribbon stitches. We have stacking stitches, big, wide, beautiful, rich looking decorative stitches. Even something like this is a decorative stitch. So we offer kind of like a whole different range of stitches that we're not used to. I'm going to go over to the machine and I'm just going to pull this over, and I'll show you a lot more as we go on. But one of the first things you're going to notice is all the space you have here. You have more than 12.2 inches this way, but really the exceptional part of this is all the height that you have here. It's more than 5.5 inches. So this makes it a great machine for using if you're a garment sewer or a quilter, you like working with heavier fabric. There's some really unique things about it. One of the things you don't really notice by just looking on it, but you certainly do when you start sewing on it, is the piercing power of a Performance Icon is far superior to most other machines on the market. Some of our older Pfaffs have piercing power. And by the way, piercing power is kind of like how strong the motor is and how it can go through thicker fabrics. This is an example of 30 layers of fabric that I was able to sew with my Performance Icon. And that's why piercing power is important. So if you like to work with bags, you like to work with heavier fabrics, the Performance Icon is a perfect sewing machine for you. It is the top of the line Pfaff sewing machine. And you'll notice that it has the telescopic threading up here. And it's also perfect for using those larger spools. One of the nice things about it is if you're traveling with it, this just comes, and I'll take that out. This comes completely down, packs up, and then the lid will come down. But since we're sewing today, I'm going to leave that up and come back on. And we're going to look at the screen. We're going to look at some of the stitches. But here's an example of some of the other decorative stitches. This is a capacitive touch screen, which means it's just like your iPhone or iPad. It's meant to be touching it with your finger. And I'm going to zoom in here a little bit closer to go to all of our stitches. Then you're going to go over and you can see all the different menus. You have quilt stitches. There is a hand look stitch that's built in menu 2, stitch 2. And you have needle art, satin stitches, decorative stitches. And if you keep scrolling, you also have exclusive stitch techniques. So, and these are techniques that are not on any other brand of machine. Here's an example of what our ribbon stitches look like. These are single ribbon stitches, and they're just beautiful. They can be used very elegantly, or they can be used in a lot of fun ways. We also have double ribbon stitches, and this is where you can use 2 ribbons at one time. And there's also 3 ribbons that you can use at one time. So that's perfect if you want to do like a red, white, and blue ribbons and see them to go together. We have stacking stitches. So as you're looking at these different menus of stitches, the stacking stitches are special because, and I'll zoom in again so you can see a little bit closer, they work in sets. So you can do 1 stitch and then you come back over it with a different thread color and it looks like it's a multicolored stitch. You can see how much fun some of them are. And they really do create some absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous sewing stitches. If we go down into the floating stitches, these are floating stitches. Well, let me put it right side up here. And the floating stitches are really unique because you can really not tell when you're sewing them how they're connected. And I've got an example of that. There's 2 different ways of using floating stitches. This is one that's used for piecing fabric together, and you sew the stitch like normal. It'll sew the seam, and when you open it up, you'll actually see the stitches. Look at that on the right side. And so that's why we call them floating stitches. You can do them in the middle of a fabric, or you can do them to sew your seams together. So all of these techniques that you're seeing here, also in the Help Center, and I'm just going to close this down and go down to techniques and tutorials. We have all these videos in here to show you how to do it. So under sewing techniques, if you don't know how to do a ribbon stitch, you can go in and let's say I select a single ribbon stitch. It's going, and I can make the writing bigger so you can see the writing bigger, and we can make the window bigger too. But I can scroll through and watch, and it'll tell me what foot to put on. It tells me the supplies that I need, and then there's a video that I can watch that will show me how to do it. So a lot of these features you don't find on a normal sewing machine, but this is really a whole new experience in sewing. Not only is the user's manual built in, so as all of the techniques. You can learn how to do a blind hem by watching a video right on your machine. Look at it, showing you and undoing, lifting up the IDT. And I'm going to show you that a little bit. But I just wanted to give you an idea of some of the things that are really unique and different. So I'm going to close that video down, and we're going to come over and we're going to look at the front of our machine, and I'll zoom in a little bit more so you can see. Now, I absolutely love the buttons that are on the front here. They're easy to see and easy to know what they do. But one of the best features, not only do we have over 3 inches from here, so it's very easy to put our feet on and off, we have sorry, let me just get this fixed up here. So we got the thread coming. So when we want to thread our machine, once we go through the hook above the needle, we can just go cut our thread away. And I'll even zoom in this a little bit closer so you can see this a little bit better. When we touch the automatic needle threader, watch this. It's going to thread the needle without us even touching it. And our automatic needle threader works fabulous because we're not touching it. Now, if you look behind, I'm going to scroll over here a little bit and come down. It's not that far down. Something that makes Pfaff very special, for over 50 years, we have had a built-in walking foot. And I personally think it works better than anybody else. And that's because we were the original people that came up with the built-in walking foot. It's called the IDT. And all you have to do is to engage it is pull it down like that. And now your walking foot is ready to go. And that's going to give you perfect even feeding from the fabric on the top and the fabric on the bottom. With the icon, Performance Icon, we now have an enhanced IDT. So they've made it even better. The stitch plate opening you'll see is for 9 millimeters. So that means most of our average stitches are 9 millimeters. But you can see from a lot of the stitches that I showed you that we have stitches that go up to 50 millimeters wide. Here's an example of a table runner I did. And really it looks kind of like very, intricate, and it was quilted, but I used the floating stitches to sew my fabric together. So it's a perfect machine for quilters because it's got the built-in walking foot, but also because a lot of the stitches are really special for quilters to be able to use. Here's another example of a table runner that I put together, and all of these stitches were sewn with the floating stitches. Here you can see another one, and we even have stitches that are lace stitches. Look at that. Aren't they beautiful? Absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous stitches. The lace stitches are really unique, and these are exclusive stitches that you're going to only find on our Pfaff machines. And let me see if I can show you a few more different ones. Here's an example of what some of the lace stitches look like, and you can use them in a lot of different ways. You can see that there. And there are 522 stitches that are built onto the Performance Icon, and you can get to all the different monograms. Like this is a built-in monogram. This is a very, very large font. We have, let me see, 6 fonts that are built in to our Performance Icon, and the Performance Icon is a sewing only machine, a top of the line sewing machine. But it has 6 fonts that are built in and 2 monogram fonts besides the 522 stitches that are there. There's 11 feet that are included. So all of the basic feet you would need to use the decorative stitches and the sewing features that are on your machine are built in. And there's other features like Stitch Creator, which is very, very unique. Stitch Creator will let you make your own stitches, and you can see right down here, all of the features are written in English. So if I can go to Stitch Edit, I can go to Free Motion, and Stitch Creator's down here at the bottom. When I would go in, let me select the stitch and just show you this quickly, okay? So often when I'm selecting a stitch, and I'm going to select this one, let me see. Let's say I choose this one right here. All right. So this stitch, it is a single stitch. If I want to turn it into a triple stitch so that it's bigger and bolder, then all I have to do is come into Stitch Creator, and touch the 3X and it will, 3X is right over here. And now it changes it from a single stitch to a triple stitch. I wish I had a lot more time because I would love to show you how these stitches work and stitch out. But since we're limited in time, I just wanted to start to kind of let you know that all the instructions on how to do this are built in. And so now I'm ready to sew that out. And instead of it being a single stitch, it looks like a triple stitch. Here's an example. Let me show you if I get this under the camera here a little bit better, okay? So here's an example of a single stitch, and I used metallic thread for it. And then I turned it into a triple stitch, and I can miter the corners because all of our decorative stitches that are 9 millimeters can be mitered. The beginning and the end, you can miter them. And because we can create our own stitches, we can also take a stitch and cut it apart so it creates brand new stitches that didn't exist before. Here's a little bit of an example of what that new stitch looked like. That's a little bit darker. So, and because we can miter all of our corners, and if you look up here, all right, if I wanted to miter this, the little symbol for mitering it is right here. And I can choose, do I want to miter it 45 degrees or 60 degrees? And when I do that, the beginning and the end stitch, and I'll zoom out a little bit so you can see, the beginning and the end stitch will miter so that you can really get an absolute perfect corner. And you can kind of see how that works here for these stitches right here, how beautiful those corners are. And down here, even for this one here, look what a beautiful corner it works like when you're able to miter your own stitches. So Pfaff is really unique in the attention that they put to all of the decorative stitches. They have a lot more features that you're not going to find on a traditional sewing machine. Now, as I come out and I want to go back in here to the help center to show you a little bit more. Not only do we have sewing techniques, we also have garment techniques, and a lot of garment sewers love to work with Pfaff, and that's because of the built-in walking foot, the IDT, which allows that perfect even feeding. So if you're sewing with velvet or you're sewing with stretch fabric, you're going to get excellent results all that time, regardless of what you're doing. And we can go to quilting, for example, and all the instructions on how to use our quilting feet, the ruler feet, piecing, binding, applique, they're all built right in. And this is above and beyond the owner's manual that's part of it. And I'm not sure if anybody can ask questions, but if anybody has questions, please let me know so that I can answer them. Let me see if we can come in here. Okay. So the other thing that we can do when we're in here is if I wanted to, I can go down to the bottom and see right down here. And I have sewing instructions. So I've got some sewing projects that are built right in. And I also have a stabilizer guide, which makes it really easy to learn how to use stabilizers if you're not using that. And let's say I want to get started and I take a new machine home with me. Well, this is the best thing ever, right? Because I can learn how to thread my upper thread. And if I select this, or maybe wind a bobbin, or even inserting a bobbin, if I select one of these options, not only will it tell me in English how to do it, or whatever language you want to set your machine for, because you can set it for different languages, but also when you watch that video, it's going to show you a really clear image of, and I know it's maybe not coming in too clear because of the shadowing, but it really is very helpful to learn how to do something when you're getting a new machine, to have all those videos built in. All right, let me see if I'm just going to close that down. And as I come into different stitches, when I'm looking at a satin stitch, and I can select any of these stitches, and I'm just going to show you, look at how beautiful these stitches are, right? So when I'm working with this, I might want to be working with a lot of different threads. And so as I select the stitch, no matter what stitch I choose, I do get that tapering. And if I open up Edit Stitch, you will see that there's also an option down here at the bottom to be able to change the density. And that's because you can use all different weights of thread. So if you want the stitch to look heavier and fuller looking, then by being able to change the density of a stitch, you really can get the look you want, and you can use every single different type of stitch you want. All right. Now, I'm sorry, I'm packing it as much as I can for you guys, but I did want to show you too that there's lots and lots of ways that you can use your decorative stitches. Now, here's an example of what your decorative stitches would look like if you were using a twin needle. Like, look at how gorgeous those stitches are. And you can see this satin stitch right here, right? So a twin needle, I used a 3mm twin needle with that, and I used 2 different thread colors. And as you're stitching out your decorative stitches, if you've got 2 different thread colors and you're using a twin needle, you let your machine know what size twin needle, and it'll automatically change the width of the stitch so you won't break the needle. And as a matter of fact, it's even going to show you what a twin needle would look like, the stitch, as you select it. So let me just show you how. I'm going to put it up nice and close there. Isn't that amazing how you can do that? And so I see a question. Are the decorative stitches copyrighted? Can I sell garments from? No, you're allowed to use those stitches in any way you're not to. You're not selling the stitches. You're just putting them on a garment. So there's no reason why you can't sell a garment that has those decorative stitches on it. Now, part of me is kind of sorry because I wished I'd pulled up a few more samples, because our decorative stitches are really totally amazing. But look at the width of that stitch. Isn't that beautiful? When you see those stitches, they really are extraordinary, not just because of their width, but how gorgeous they are. Now, we have another collection of stitches that are called radiant stitches, and these are really unique too. And you look at how beautiful they are. So when you're stitching them, you can, wait a second, move it over here like this. Sorry, I should come over on this side here. They have a programmed in stop to them, just like the ribbon stitches, so that you can do them at different angles. So they're not meant to be used all like this straight along, but you can angle them so you can make all kinds of ferns and trees and all kinds of exciting designs with them. Now, I've got a couple more things to tell you. All right. The speed, when you're sewing with a Performance Icon, it sews over 1,000 stitches per minute. So it is a super fast machine. There is a speed control. There is a needle up and down that you can set so the needle will stop down when you're going. But I have a couple of other things that are really extraordinary. Now, when you're sewing, all right, I'm just going to come over here and put this on the needle. And let's say that I wanted to sew a decorative stitch or another piece of fabric on. I'm going to sew this fabric together, okay? And I'm just going to choose a straight stitch on my machine. So let me just come back here and choose a straight stitch. Now, we have what's called an automatic lift. Now, you can put the foot down. Whoops. Sorry, I forgot to change my camera over. And all right. So there are 2 buttons that put the foot down. All right. When you're looking up here, let's see if I can get it up or a little bit back so you can see it a little bit more. Yes. So this button here lifts the foot up high. And then if you touch it again, it goes down into the high level. And then if you touch it again, it lifts it up into the highest level. So when you take a big quilt and you lift it onto the highest level, the feed dogs drop automatically, which allows you to be able to pull your quilt in and out of your fabric without it dragging against the feed dogs. When you start sewing again, the feed dogs come up automatically. Now, the next button is below it. All right, and I'll give you just a little shout out up here. This button right here, when I put that button down, the foot comes down. And if I touch it again, it lifts it up into that pivot position so I can adjust it. If I set my needle in the down position and I want to start sewing, then I can sew right onto that fabric. You can see I can go as slow or as fast as I want to. My foot pedal's kind of like a Maserati. It can go from 0 to 60 in 3 seconds. It's a really nice big foot pedal. You can see how large it is. Or it can go as slow as you want to. If you just tap it, the needle comes up. If you tap it again, the needle goes down. So you can sew a half a stitch and have absolute control when you want a little bit more control when you're sewing. I can go very, very slow, or I can go 100 miles an hour. But the best part about this is when I stop with the needle down, the foot automatically lifts up so that I can pivot and turn the corner. And I can keep my hands free when I'm embroidering, and when I'm sorry, not when I'm embroidering, but when I'm doing a lot of decorative stitches, because the foot lifts up like that. And if I put heavier fabric underneath it, it's going to even lift up even more. So you get a lot of control. You also have a start stop button right here. And so if you want to, you can preset your speed control and then use the start stop button. When you want to stop, you can tap your foot pedal and your machine's going to stop on a dime like that. So you have a lot of control. This can also come in handy over here when I want to go and do, maybe I want to do like 30 stitches and stop because I'm sewing hexagons and I need that stitch to be exactly the way that I need it to be and the length of the stitch. Well, I can go here to stitch repeat and I can touch patchwork program, sew the length of the stitch that I want. And then when I go to single stitch program, it will tell me how many stitches I've done. But I can go in here and I can say, okay, I want to sew 9 stitches. And then I can program in the tie off and the cut if I want to. But just let me come back over here and I'm just going to show you how that would work. So if I start sewing, it's going to sew and stop. And there, that's 9 stitches. So you have a lot of ways of programming your machine that is fabulous. And you'll notice it really comes into play if you're going to do free motion work, right? So I like to set my machine so the speed is at 3/4. I have the needle stopping down and I use the start stop button because then the needle's coming up and down in really a controlled way. And then when I want to stop, I don't have to touch that button anymore because the moment I tap my foot pedal, the machine will stop on a dime. And there's a lot of machines that don't work that way, but these are some of the features that are on most of our Pfaff machines that really make it special. Not just Stitch Creator, not just all these incredible decorative stitches, but all together, it is an absolutely incredible sewing machine. So if you're remotely interested, make sure that you let them know. I don't think you're going to be disappointed. And as a matter of fact, I do a lot of videos about using our decorative stitches and ways of quilting and piecing and doing all kinds of fun things. So I hope that you've enjoyed this little thing. I tried to squeeze as many things as I could in there, but there's so many more the things that I wanted to talk. Oh, I know one more thing I forgot to mention. Now, some of you guys might have other brands of machines, right? And you might be used to a machine that has a knee lift. Well, guess what? Not only do we have our automatic lift that we have here, but on most of our Pfaff machines and many of our Pfaff machines, this one comes with an automatic knee lift. So if you prefer to use the knee lift, then that will work. And when you want to stop, you can lift the foot up. It will go down. You can lift it up into the highest position if you want to, or you can stop anywhere you want to. You can lift it in that pivot position. So the knee lift isn't something that I use very much because of the automatic lift. I really don't feel like I need to, but it can be really valuable if you're used to working that way. There's also a programmable foot pedal that you can put in, and you can program your foot pedal to go in reverse. You can program different parts to it. So you can have, I don't have one here to show you, but there's a different lever. So you can say, okay, when I touch this lever, I want to go backwards. And if I touch this lever, I want to stop and cut the thread and tie off. And so a lot of the features, not only do we have a ton of really great feet that work with your machines, and most of your older feet, if you have an older Pfaff, most of them will work with the newer Pfaff and Performance Icon. But a lot of the features that you know and love have all been incorporated into our new Performance Icon, plus a ton more. So thanks for joining me today. And I'm going to pass this back. And I didn't really get it. I wasn't doing a good job of paying attention to questions. So if anybody did have a question that you really want me to ask, write it in the comments and I'll try and come back if we come on. So if you want to put me back into the screen or take me off of the screen, go ahead.
Well, hey, Karen, thank you so much. That was great. And anyway, I think I can we're trying to use my cell phone to get the same done. And it's a little different. But
yeah.
Anyway, thank you so much. And we're going to tell everybody how they can get it now.
Hey, can you let me just do one more thing? Can you hear me? All right. There was one thing I wanted to show you. I'm just going to change because this is really incredible. And I think it actually is really interesting when you see this. And I meant to do this. But, you know, for a lot of your customers, they're quilters and they want to work with large pieces of, you know, large quilts and things like that. This quilt right now, I want to show you what happens when you do this. Okay. This quilt that I have, it is an extra large queen. It's 95 inches. And that's half of the quilt that's in there. Look at all the space you have. Let me come back here. All right. You see all the space you have? So this is a fabulous, fabulous machine for sewing. Now, even if I was to put the whole quilt in here, I would never run out of room. I didn't fold it up. I didn't do anything. Isn't that amazing how much room you have? And so this is really a fabulous machine. It's almost like a mid-arm or a long arm because of all that space it has. So thanks for giving me that extra minute because I meant to do that and I got excited. But I'll pass it back to you and I'll go away. But it was great joining all of you. And check us out because we do lots of great videos. So I hope to see you guys again sometime soon. Bye.
Well, thanks, Karen. We sure do appreciate you coming on this morning, and we're going to tell everybody how they can get this great machine. All right, everybody, we are going to talk a little bit about this performance icon. Now, we've got a couple great things going on right now. So we do have a free holiday bundle, which is going to expire on Christmas Eve. And as you can see it right there in there, there is a basically a quilt table. If you see that little clear table that's actually on the machine. So there's a quilt table that comes with it, part of the kit. You get a pair of 8-inch scissors that are part of the kit. You get that quilting kit, which includes the rotary cutter, several different rulers. So it's a really nice package. And then you're going to get 3 packs of needles, which, you know, there's 5 needles in each pack for a total of 15 needles. So and then on top of all of that, we're giving you a $750 gift card to Sewing Machines Plus, so you can use that however you want. Now, you can, excuse me. So the deal is what you can do is just call in. You saw the price that we had up there for the icon. And if you wanted to take advantage of all the free stuff, you can do that. But we also have a call-in special that they can work with you on that has some special financing, has some other things available that you can do. So if you're interested in this machine and you've been looking at one of these for a while and been wanting to get one, now would be the time to get it because it is a great special. These are what you're seeing is our Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Christmas specials that we have on this machine, and you're getting the first look at it. We're giving y'all the a little advantage here, getting to see it first. So give us a call at 800-401-8151. If you're in the market for one of these, I tell you what, this machine is just an awesome, awesome machine. And like Karen was showing you, all the decorative stitches and things that you can do on that. You quilters out there, you're going to absolutely love this thing, all the little special work that you can do with it. Excuse me. It is such a good machine. So anyway, give us a call right now, 800-401-8151. All right, so guys, thank y'all for joining the show today. We're going to give a few things away. And what we also are doing, we have the 10% off code, right, Roger?
Yes.
All right, so y'all can see it right there on the screen. This is anything that's not like the special. So this wouldn't work on the icon unless you do it one way.
Mm-hmm.
If you do the call-in special, you can't get the coupon as well.
Right.
But you can use a coupon and go check out right on our website and get all the quilting kit, get the $750 gift card, and use the 10% off. And basically, the code is VOTE 2024. That's the code you can use to get 10% off, and that'll work on anything on our website right now. Pretty much, there's some restrictions on it, but not many. And so anyway, this ends on 11/11. So the 11th of November, this is the 10% off will end. So make sure if y'all are looking to get anything, this would be a great time to take advantage of that. All right, so we are going to give a few things away today. First off, we are going to give away some of our event bags, and everybody loves these things. They're a bundle of 8. There are 8 different colors. The bundle is normally $49.99. We sell them individually for $9.99 on the website. So we're going to give one lucky viewer one of these. So, oh, by the way, Kyle is out sick. So everybody wish Kyle a speedy recovery. We think he may have the flu.
Yeah, he's got a frog in his throat right now. So
Yeah, he can't speak.
yeah,
And so he stayed home. Roger's in the studio this morning.
hello.
And we've got a brand new social media person, Andrew.
Hello, everyone.
So I don't know if y'all can hear Andrew. Our cameras are still not working on them. We're going to get that fixed
we'll get that fixed right away.
pretty
Yes, we
quick.
will.
Along with our audio, right?
Yes, definitely. Thank you, everybody, for being so patient today.
Thank you.
So they have no mics over there either. So I don't know if y'all can hear them or not. But so y'all say hi to Andrew, say hi to Roger. They're trying to get everything going this morning. But so Andrew, spin that wheel.
Make sure to show that screen. I should be sure.
All right, Andrew, they're all in agreement. We're going to get two of these away. All right, Andrew, spin that wheel. Here we go. So everybody got your fingers crossed out there? Bernadette Evans is our winner. So Bernadette.
Congratulations, Bernadette.
Bernadette's watching today from YouTube. So congratulations, Bernadette. So Bernadette, you know the drill. Go to SMPLive.tv. Scroll down toward the bottom of the page where it says claim my prize. Fill out all that information complete, and we'll get your brand new Brother P-Touch label maker and tape cartridges sent right to your doorstep. All right, we're going to give one more of these away. So Andrew, spin that wheel again. Margie Cooper. So congratulations, Margie. She is watching today from YouTube. So Margie, you just won yourself a Brother P-Touch. What we need you to do to claim that prize is go to smplive.tv. Scroll down toward the bottom of the page where it says claim my prize. Fill out all that information complete. Hit submit, and we'll get your P-Touch label maker and a bunch of extra cartridges sent right to your doorstep. So that's simple. All right, guys, thank y'all for joining in today. And before we get off here, I want to just kind of go over
just a few dates, because when we came on air, my audio was off. You didn't hear some of the dates that we had. But so Andrew's going to put that overlay back up there. So to let y'all know, our Takeover Tuesday is back. And if I don't know if this Tuesday, if y'all got to see if any of y'all joined in, but we had Becky Thompson from Power Tools with Threads came on and did a show. If y'all want to go check that out, it is up on our YouTube channel. You can go watch it. Next Tuesday, we have Carly Bell in the house. So that'll be November the 12th. Carly Bell will be in and she'll be taking over our studio. Then on November 19th, we have Joanne Banco going to be here to take over the studio. Now, Joanne, we hope you're healing up. She put a embroidery needle through her index finger, which had to be rough. She had to have surgery.
Wow.
So she had to have surgery to get the needle removed. It broke off down in by the bone. So it was rough.
Hopefully she's okay.
Hope she's okay. They said I think she said that it was, if you're going to put a needle through your finger, she did it in the best place. So
I was gonna say that's awesome, but that's
no, it was rough, and I know that takes a little while to get over too, that kind of.
So we hope the best for her.
Yeah, and so anyway, Joanne, hopefully she'll be back rolling 100% by November 19th. And then November the 26th, we have Jane Klaus in here on that Tuesday. This is the Tuesday before Thanksgiving, and Jane will be in, and she is the crafting queen. So there is no telling what Jane is going to do. And she's one of those repurposers.
Yeah.
She takes a pair of men's jeans, Levi's.
It just makes them so much better.
She cuts them off and makes a purse out of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it has pockets, and it's pretty cool. She does all.
I can do that myself, that's a really cool skill.
She's pretty cool at all the stuff she does. So she'll be here. And then naturally, guys, we have every Thursday, we have our live show here that we do. So we always encourage y'all to come and visit that. We want you to do Tuesday shows when you can, do the Thursday shows when you can. We have a great time here. Cyber Monday this year is on December the 2nd. We are going to be streaming live for 8 hours on that day. I haven't even counted them yet, but we have so many demos. Every 15 minutes, you're going to get a different demo with a different instructor. And we have got a ton of people coming on. I've got to count those and let y'all know how many it is. It's going to be extremely fast paced. We're going to be trying to give you a lot of highlights of all the Black Friday and Cyber Monday specials. But there's going to be thousands and thousands of products on our website that are going to be under the Cyber Monday special that we won't even have time to put on the show.
So make sure to visit the website and give us a call.
Yes. And then on December the 3rd through the 6th is going to be our Countdown to Christmas show that we do every year. This year, it's only going to be 4 days because it's the same week as Cyber Monday. So we're just going to start on that Tuesday through Friday will be the Countdown to Christmas. And Santa Blaine will be back in town. And I'm going to have Jane Klaus with me. We're going to be my co-host, and we're going to be dressing up with Christmas stuff and giving stuff away. It's going to be a good show.
It's always going to be a good time.
We got some educational sessions we're going to have on there. And this year's topic, again, is last-minute Christmas gifts that you can make in time for Christmas.
Very thoughtful.
And so we're going to have that on there. We got 4 sessions of that each day. So you'll get to see that. We got some great teachers lined up for you. And I'll get a little bit more details on that when we get closer to it. So that's going to be a lot of fun. After that, January the 8th, y'all been wanting this. And so we're going to deliver. Y'all know we had a little teaser when I was out of town. I had Angela Wolf host my show. And she had Sarah Vetzer on there, and they kind of gave you a little teaser about the Art Spirit app. Well, this is the app that works with so many brother machines. It's pretty incredible, all the things you can do with it. We are going to have basically an event on January the 8th. It's $49 to attend, and it'll be virtually. And if you're local in Southern California, we're having a watch party in the retail store. And it's a little bit, I think the price is the same, but the difference of it is we're going to have food and drinks and things for you if you come in person. But it'll be a watch party. You can do it in our classroom. They're going to have all the show up on the big screens. And so that'll be a really good time. And Sarah Vetzer will be doing it. So she's going to take a really deep dive into that. And I think it's a 4-hour class. So we haven't got the sign up page up there yet. I know they're working on it. But we'll have that, and we'll let you know as soon as you can go sign up for it. But it'll be a really great event, especially if you're a brother owner. You will want to take this and just see the power of the Art Spirit app. And then after that, guys, we have we're already in, that's January of 2025. We are in January, the end of January. We are in Road to California.
Yeah.
So it'll be January 21st through the 25th. We're going to be at Road to California in Ontario, California. And we've got 6 booths that we're going to have set up. We're going to have the King Quilter long arm booth. We're going to have the Aero Cabinets booth. And Harley and Valerie are going to be there. Becky Thompson is going to be in our King Quilter booth, along with Belle Bruner and Aubrey Hartman.
That's gonna be a lot.
So we got 3 superstars going to be in the booth with us. We're also going to have the Pfaff booth. So we've got 3 national educators from Pfaff is going to be in the booth. We're going to have all the Pfaff machines. So that's going to be a pretty awesome time.
Yeah.
We're going to have the Janome long arm quilting booth. And we've got some great people we've got Kelly McKenzie is a national quilter. People should know her name if you're a quilter. She's going to be in the booth along with Christina Dolliner. Christina's been on our show before, so they're going to both be in there. We have the Serendipity booth, which Sarah Thomas is the brains behind that. And So Steady actually sells and distributes the Serendipity designs and things. They're going to have a couple machines in the booth. They're going to be doing a little project so you can do make and takes. And so it's going to be a lot of fun. So you want to stop by and see that. It is just going to be a great thing. And then we're also going to have the Happy embroidery booth. And the Happy booth, Carly Bell is going to be in the booth, along with some of the Happy people. So we've got a ton of people going to be at this, 6 different booths, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And what we're going to also do, if somebody wants to come out to the quilt show, we are going to be giving away a couple tickets for Road to California, probably at the 1st of January.
Nice.
We're going to give away some tickets, maybe at the end of December. I got to figure out when we can do it, but we're going to give away a couple tickets. So if you're wanting to fly in and go to that, you'll have some free tickets and won't have to pay to go.
Cool.
And so that'll be a lot of fun. We are also going to have a classroom. We're having a classroom that runs Monday the 20th, all the way through the Saturday, the 25th. And Monday through Friday, we're going to have the King Quilter long arm class. And then on Saturday, it's the Butler Robotics class that will be on the King Quilters. And then we're naturally going to have the Butler Robotics inside the King Quilter booth, so you can see those as well. So we're going to have a lot of great things
That's
happening.
gonna be a cool setup.
So yeah, it's going to be a great setup. You'll be able to find us really easy. We'll have all the trussing and TVs and signage and all kinds of craziness going on. So we're going to take up a little city block at the Road to California this year. And then February, can you believe we're talking about February the 2025? February is our Stitch and Switch event.
Oh, that's gonna be.
And if y'all don't know about this yet, it's almost sold out.
Yeah.
The first dates, so it's February the 12th and 13th is the first event. It is already sold out.
That's sold out.
The 14th and 15th, we still have a few seats available, and I'm still going to throw it out there. What this is, it's a test drive of 6 different brands of machines, the top of the line machines of each brand.
Yeah.
You're going to get to do a project on each one of those. So Ring Wilcox of Embroidery Garden is going to be leading the charge, and it is going to be a fantastic event because she's going to do 6 in the hoop projects she's going to lead you on, and you're going to get to do it on each one of those machines. And the great thing about it, if you decide you want to buy one of these top of the line machines while you're out here, if you fly in from out of state, I'll reimburse you your airfare for flying out here taking the event.
That's a good deal.
It's an awesome event. It's
Yeah.
$149 to sign up for the class, and you're going to get fed both days, plenty of chocolate, all kinds of snacks and things. And I tell you what's even more awesome about it. At each station where the top of the line machine is, you're going to have that brand, one of their national educators, actually there to help you with that machine. So, Brother, we got Sarah Vetzer from Brother. We have Melinda Stevenson from Baby Lock. We have Christy Burcham from Bernina. We have Amy Meeks from Janome. We have Wendy Owens from Viking. So in the Pfaff machine, we still don't have our educators coming there yet, but it's going to be a national educator as well. We're trying to get that booked now. So great event. Y'all make sure you mark that on your calendars. We still have seats open for the 14th and 15th of February. And it's on the website. You can go to SewingMachinesPlus.com. At the very top of the page up there, it says events and classes. Click on that. It'll take you to the event page, and you'll see the thumbnail for the stitch and switch, and you can read all about it and go from there. So it's going to be fantastic. Can't wait. All right. And then guess what, Roger, Andrew?
It's gonna be.
It's Get what it is. It's Quilt Fest.
Okay, I couldn't remember which one it was.
Quilt Fest. Can you believe we're talking about Quilt Fest already? So in March we have Quilt Fest, and that is, I think it's the dates are like the 10th through the 14th or something like that, 9th through the 14th. So we'll be having Quilt Fest, and it's going to be bigger than better this year than ever. So that'll be awesome.
Have your projects ready.
All right, so everyone, thank y'all for joining in. So sorry we had so many audio problems starting out. So, but anyway, I just switched to my cell phone. I hope y'all could hear me okay with that. And we figured it would be better and not do an echo. But we'll get it all fixed out and lined up for next Thursday. Anyway, guys, we hope that you enjoyed the show today. Hope you get on the phone and take advantage of that coupon code that we get out. Again, it's VOTE 2024. We'll save you 10% off any purchase on there. Now, there's some restrictions on some products, but you can check it out. Again, the icon, the Pfaff icon, we've got a great package for you today as well. We have a call-in special, or if you just want to order it, you can order it and get the quilt kit and that $750 gift card with it as well. Or you can just call in and get the call-in special. So great things for you there as well. So anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed the show. We hope that you have a great rest of your night. Have a great weekend, and we'll see y'all back here next Thursday.